Hey everybody, this is Food by Faith Garden to Table and welcome to my back porch. So today we are going to be doing a little seed starting. I have quite a bit of seeds out here that I want to get started, and we're actually going to start some in these little humidity trays. They have the lids as well as the bottoms. I'm going to start some in these cow pots. So I saw these on Lady Cheryl on her live one day, and I thought they were very interesting. I really like using things that will biodegrade and help my soil. So these are called cow pots, and they are made with composted cow manure. So we're going to use those, and those will actually sit inside of these tin pans, and I'll cover them with just some plastic wrap. I have some pre-moistened soil here, and this is just some regular seed starting mix. And what else I wanted to show you is I have some strawberry spinach that I put into just an old salad container, and I am getting some germination. But what I'm going to do is begin to bring it outside each day. Here are my strawberries that I'm growing in the arrow garden. I'm going to begin to harden these off, and they will go inside of the garden in one of my 100-gallon grow bags, and then I'll cover them up with one of those cloches, but they are gonna go outside. It's about time for them to be outside. So I have so many different containers out here of items that I'm going to start. So guys, my apologies. The dogs really got out of hand, so I'm having to do this voiceover. So here you see I'm giving you the information about stalks. Stalks are, these seeds are a Baker Creek seed. They are great for landscaping. And in doing my research, they actually are an edible flower as well. And you guys know that almost everything that I grow in my garden, 95% of what I grow in my garden is meant to be edible. Even the flowers that I use for my floral arrangements. I'm growing quite a bit of stuff this year, quite a bit of new flowers this year, and those are going to be for cut flowers that I'm going to take with me to the market, as well as making sure I have floral arrangements for my family when the need arises. With these little humidifier seed starting trays that I did purchase, some little labels came with them as well. So what we're going to do is kind of fast forward through things, but I'm going to place my pre-moistened seed starting mix into the seed trays and get things started. So guys, I have my little trays filled right now. Let me shift some stuff out of the way. And so what we're gonna sew now is our stocks. So all I'm going to do is I'm gonna stick a little hole, because for these stocks, they just need to be sewn at 1/4 inch. You can see how tiny the seeds are. I'm just gonna put 1 or 2 seeds in each cell. And guys, there's never a need to drop a whole packet of seeds. Now we've all kind of, I won't say we've all, a lot of us have done it on accident where we have dropped some seeds, but on purpose, there's never a need to empty out a whole packet of your seeds into a seed starting tray. And so here I'm just going to kind of make sure they have contact with the soil. Also look at my little stick to make sure that I'm just going to make sure the seeds have contact with the soil. And this time around, for the seed starting mix, I'm actually using an indoor seed starting mix. So I'm gonna put my label on the inside, and then that's just how it goes. And guys, as you can see, I have tons more of seeds that I'm going to get started. Another set that I'm going to get started are the various butterfly pea flowers. So this year they came out with the Lavender Queen, the White Queen, and then of course these are some saved seeds from my butterfly pea last year. So I'm going to get a tray of those started. I'm going to do 2 of each kind. And guys, these little stick labels came with the seed starting trays. And so for my saved seeds, I had about 4 seeds in there. So that is just what I need, because remember I told you I was going to drop 2 seeds. These seeds are a little bit bigger, so I'm not going to do 2 seeds per cell. I'm just going to do 1 seed per cell. So that was the regular butterfly pea. Now we're doing the Lavender Queen, which this one is a double-petaled lavender-colored butterfly pea vine, frost-sensitive member of the bean family. heat and humidity tolerant, and thrives in Florida gardens. But of course, you guys know that I am a Zone 8A Georgia gardener, so these are not frost hardy, and the ideal temp is 78 to 100 degrees. So with these, and me starting these, I'm actually going to place them in my garage, and they will be on a heat mat. So that was the regular double blue butterfly pea, the lavender queen, and now we are doing the white queen. I actually had to purchase a heating mat because, of course, you guys know I've always used just a standard household heating pad, but because I wanted to get a few more of these things started in the garage, I went ahead and purchased a heat mat. And I already have lights. I've always had the lights. All right, and just as simple as that, that's our butterfly pea tray. Now, although I have moistened the soil, what I am going to do is mist the top, so I don't have them closed all the way. But when I take them to the garage, I am going to mist the top of them. Okay, the next one that I want to start is going to be our zucchini squash. Now this one, the ideal temp is 70 degrees. It says direct seed or set out indoor started plants after last frost date. Do not let transplants become root bound. Don't disturb roots while transplanting. Needs heavily amended soil, and you should harvest frequently. And the seed depth is 1/2 to 1 inch. So right now, today is February the 1st, and our first frost is set to be, our last frost is set to be March 6th. So that gives me a little over 30 days. So these seeds supposed to sprout in 5 to 10 days. So that gives them a chance to become strong starts. And by the time they've used up all the nutrients out of the seed starting mix, we'll be ready to plant outside. And so for this one, I'm only going to use 2 cells. I'm not going to use a whole 6-cell tray for it. And of course, like squash seeds are, these seeds are rather large, if you can see. And we're just going to place them straight down in. You do not want to plant them on their side because they could mold. So just stick them straight down into the soil and cover them up. Now in the other 4 cells, what I'm going to put into the other 4 cells is going to be Armenian cucumber and the muncher cucumber. I'm going to do 2 of each. We're going to do the Armenian cucumber, and we're going to do the muncher cucumber. And these, the depth to sow is 1/2 inch. And again, you don't really want to lay them down on their side. You want to kind of place that pointy end inside the soil. And so in the packet, they actually only give you enough of the label sticks for each of the containers here. So of course I'm gonna run out, but that's fine. I have 3 more that I'm going to actually plant out, or that I have set up to plant out. But I really don't have any intentions of planting anything else right now. I may double up on my peppers because I do have peppers already planted into the garage, but they still haven't shown their faces yet, so I may drop a seed or 2. I already have my basil started, and I already had the basil started. You guys came along with me when I did that. We started it inside of the arrow garden, and it is working well. So guys, the next one we're going to start, oh, I have some calendula and items that I want to start, but we're going to start some stevia, and this is the candy stevia. Now, stevia has been my nemesis. I was able to grow it in my arrow garden, but I want to see if I could grow it in one of these humidifier containers, these seed starting trays here. Because once I trimmed it down, the one in my arrow garden, because there was a young lady at church with me and she wanted some stevia, and so I trimmed the one in the arrow garden. I trimmed it down, and it has not grown back. So that is very interesting to me. So I'm actually going to sow all 6 of these cells with stevia. And you have to be careful because you pay $3 and $4 for stevia, and you may only get 4 or 5 seeds. So and they are super tiny. So what I'm doing now, guys, I think I used that whole pack. Oh no, it's 3 left in here, but they are super tiny. And the package, what does the package say? When to sow outside is not recommended. It's recommended that you sow 8 to 10 weeks before your average last frost date inside, and the optimal temperature is 70 to 75 degrees. They also let you know, special instructions, that it's naturally low germination rate, so sow heavily and be patient, as germination may be staggered over several weeks. Yeah, it is, stevia is infamous for being very, very hard to grow. So let's see. I'm not worried about my tomatoes. I already have my basil. I just did some squash, my butterfly pea, and my cucumbers. So I still have 2 setups here. So what I'm going to do is get some peppers. So here's my pepper container. And so in just this one cell, such a mix. Let me take a look in here. Okay. So I have a few different pepper seeds. So I wanted to sow the sweet red pimento, but let me see. If I have any more, because I want to use the whole setup. Okay, yes I do. I have some seeds that were gifted to me. So this one, so I have a sweet red pimento pepper that was gifted to me by At Home with Cherie, and then I have what is called a sheep nose pimento pepper, and they are a standard yielding mini sweet pepper, very fragrant upon slicing and so juicy that I often find a little juice inside the pepper, yet it has the rigidity of a well-storing bell pepper. Truly a superb pepper. This was gifted to me last year during Team Benson's seed swap. So let's get these seeds dropped in here, and I think I'm gonna clean up my mess, and that might be it for today for our seed dropping. And you guys have seen my setup in the garage. So until some things start really growing in there, it's no need to take you back to check that out. So guys, I'm gonna finish this up. Get everything cleaned up and put up. And we are going to continue on with our day, or our evening rather, because it is evening. And I am going to say thank you. Thank you for just hanging out with me, chatting it up with me, starting these seeds with me. I know that everybody has a lot going on right now, and we know that the price of food has skyrocketed, and we're still going to buy it. And that is just, in all honesty, we're still going to pay for it. We're still going to buy it. But what you can do to cut yourself some cost is drop some seeds. And just like, you know, you watch me or other YouTubers say, it's no need to drop a whole pack of seeds. Give yourself some grace. Don't drop a whole pack of seeds, because you don't want to waste And it doesn't even matter if the seeds cost 25 cents from the $1.25 store. You still don't want to waste anything. So just make sure that you're dropping seeds, getting ready for the spring, that you are tending to your garden for the winter, continuing on with your fall items that you may still have out there, and just keep growing, keep sowing and growing, sowing and growing. Things may not all come up the way that you would want them to come up, but keep sowing, keep growing. As always, guys, get up, get out, and grow something. Thank you for coming along with me on this seed starting journey. As you can see, we got quite a bit done. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets done. We're watching our little leggy strawberry spinach get going in this old salad container. I have another salad container here that I'm going to start some more lettuce or something in. But guys, that's it for right now. I'm going to get cleaned up, get straightened up, and get on to the next task at hand. I know that this video was kind of long, and I appreciate you guys for coming along with me. But as always, again, thank you, and continue to sow, continue to grow, continue to take the time and put love and time into your garden. I'll see you the next time.